Dr. Ross part, which stands for really a scientist. Do I got that correct?
Absolutely. How am I doing? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, great. I can hear you awesome. So, a little more background: neuroscientist, educator, and founder of the GNN Global Foundation, who's championing brain tech education, mental wellness, and community impact based in College Park, Georgia. So, you have 8 minutes. It's all about you, Dr. Ross. You go, dude. Tell us all about Bald Beautiful Leadership.
Okay, we'll get to the ballpoint in a minute here. Let's start with the leadership. So you had a couple interesting questions and so yeah, I kind of wanted to answer those questions in a way that, to be honest, with the crowd and the people, but at the same time to try to offer something. So I'm going to say a few things, but before I get there, I did write down something that I had here that I do want to say. So I've made an acronym for the leadership, and the acronym I have is leveraging education and determination every round. So that's for leader. The acronym for leader is leveraging education and determination every round. And I kind of just came up with that specifically for this. So what it means to me to be a leader, it means to understand what it means to be led, but also with that, understanding that leaders aren't complacent, right? At least effective leaders. So understanding that balance of you want to you want to bring people somewhere, but you have to first find out if those people want to go or if they even understand the journey. So I think to be that leader again is to being able to educate, being able to communicate, right? And bring people together from different levels. And I mean these not physical levels, but cognitive levels of being. So that's what I think of leadership. What do I think, or why did I get into leadership, or why did I get into be a leader? For me, it was again not being uncomfortable with my situation. I'm Jamaican made and American raised. I grew up in New York City in the 80s and 90s. And, out of the crack epidemic era, and everything that they were telling us and showing us to be successful was everything that I wasn't, is what they were telling me. And I didn't understand that to be true from what I know. So what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing were two different things. And so for me, it was finding a way out of that. And then you realize that individuals, want a way out, but may not know or understand how to make their way out. And I think a leader is someone who finds that light and can guide people and give direction. Um, yes, I think hold on. I think there was a two more. I'm sorry, I'm blanking a little bit there on the last 2 points I wanted to make. Um, but if you wanted to ask me specifically and just give me a second here, I did have two more points I did wanted to make, and one of them was with the bald, and you said how you live in bald or and for me bold. I'm sorry for me and for bold. I think bold, again, I write this stuff down because there's a lot in the head, but for me, the bold was defined as, or bald as bold, appreciative, likable, and decisive. So being a leader, a bald leader, you have to be bold, appreciative, likable, and decisive. And that's kind of what I came up with for this conversation here today. And then the other thing I wanted to plug was yes, that I'm a neuroscientist, a STEM educator, and I'm on a mission to bring the college back to College Park by building a BCI, brain computer interface laboratory in my neighborhood. And we're starting by educating kids in STEM education So that's where the Azimuth books come from. So we do have, see if you can see that there, a two-series book. Sorry if you can't see it, but I'll put the link in here. But these two series book, they are actually Azimuth is a collection of authors who put together A to Z book for children, and we came up with it last year, and now we have book two that just came out. And in book two has STEM professions, STEM, STEAM, or STREAM professions. So science, technology, research, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And we're coming out with book three now, where we're actually having the students contribute to the actual book using some of the AI technologies that we have.
Dude, that's phenomenal, man. I'm looking behind you, and I think I failed out of about as many universities as you've got degrees from by the looks of things. So, what I'd like you to do once we're done, I want you to drop both those acronyms into the chat, please, both the leader and the bald, if you could do that. How what do you think one of the primary leadership characteristics is for those? Because obviously you are a leader, you're a thought leader. Everything that you're doing, you're wanting to bring the college back to College Park. How are you doing that through leadership?
Oh man, I get really cool toys that analyze the brain, and I bring them to school. And basically what I do as a STEM professional, really, um, because of what's going on with education, the idea was, why don't we build our own educational vertical pipeline? So if they piping everyone to prison, let's do our own. So we got together three elementary schools where they're physically located. So those students migrate to a similar middle school, same thing to high school, and leads into the college. And now we're building a program along the whole pipeline from kindergarten to higher education to workforce training and employment. So now we have no excuses.
That's awesome, man. Let me ask you one more question here. Um, so STEM is becoming more and more important with the way that the world's going, and it's getting more and more focus on it. Do kids have to make the choice between STEM and athletics or arts, for example?
Absolutely not, because science, technology, research, engineering, arts, and mathematics is in everything. It's just like the brain. All roads lead to the brain, right? There's nothing you can do that the brain won't know. Same thing with STEM, STEAM, and STREAM. There's no profession you can do that doesn't incorporate that at some level.
That is great, man. So how do people reach out to find you?
Well, you can find me at or reach out directly at info at GNN. It's like CNN, but with a G. So GNN Global Foundation.org. Also, I'm a LinkedIn king. You can find me at LinkedIn at Dr. Ross, RAS, really a scientist. And I also want to say, Brian, to Dr. Smiley that Rostober is coming, which is my birthday month, and we have a whole bunch of stuff set for Rostober, and it happens my birthday is on the 14th, so I've just given myself a role in your next BaldAthon, Dr. Smiley. So there we go.
No, that's awesome, man. That's great. I love the difference that you're making. I love the importance. I think people really don't understand the power of what you said about bringing the college, right, back to College Park. Like that's so important, and I think it's really underappreciated. And I commend you for leading that and making that as a goal.
Thank you, sir.
All right, man. Well, you have yourself a great day. Have yourself a great weekend. Thank you for your time. It's Saturday. Go and have yourself a marvelous day, okay?
Ball.